here you've got that slop, which will freeze pretty quickly this evening, whereas here you can see the snow and the blowing snow. You can probably barely make out my statue out here. Whoa, that was a good gust. We're getting gusts over 50 miles an hour, and look how it's blowing and drifting the snow around. 26 degrees. A big difference in the snow consistency that Mr. Cantori has up there north of Boston on Cape Ann with the temperature right around freezing. But again, those temperatures are going to fall very quickly once the storm goes on by. That'll draw the cold air back in along the coast, also out on Nantucket and the Cape. Just look past me. Visibility is as low as it gets, less than 1/8 of a mile. I have seen very little, if any, traffic. We're right at the end of 495, which is a Long Island Expressway, and I've seen little, if any, traffic. That's a good thing. Basically, everybody is sitting tight. Just about everything is closed. Hotel is open, restaurants open. That's a good thing. And we've got a plow that's just come up Old Country Road here past the Hilton, trying to keep up with the snow. The problem right now is not only the snowfall rate, but the blowing and drifting of the snowfall. We're looking for another 3 to 5 inches here, so easily totals over a foot. Maybe we get some totals 15, 16 inches before this wraps up. The wind is not going to wrap up. It's going to blow here into Saturday night and Sunday morning. It'll gradually back off on Sunday, but by Saturday and certainly Sunday morning, we're looking at sub-zero cold, record cold Sunday morning, and the wind chills, once they go below zero tonight, will likely stay below zero around the clock until later in the weekend. Let's go back to Jim up on Cape Ann. Jim, you got an update on that fire situation?
Yeah, they're still poking around in there. Whatever it is, obviously appear from outside to be getting worse. I've actually walked onto the other side of the buildings, which I told you was pretty here where the bays meet. The yacht club, and this is a road that's underwater where the two bays have meet because of the storm surge. And we're past high tide. We're still seeing this water stay up because the northeast wind is good. And the low is still coming at us. Not too far away from us right now. But they got almost every single vehicle out of here except for one. And the good news is the tide didn't get high enough to float it away. The boats are fine back in through here. The buildings are fine. But we did see the water get about as high as it's been here in quite some time. Winds are still howling. Boy, it's amazing being on that side of the building, protected from the wind. Then you walk around this side, and you just still take, these gusts 50, 60 miles per hour through here. A lot of people out and about right now. Let's get an idea of when we may start to see things taper off. Here in Rockport, Greg Postel standing by back in the studio with that. Greg, take it away, brother.
Yeah, Jim, you're talking about the water rises. Some very significant ones are now in place across parts of the Northeast. Let me give you the quick overview of what we're talking about. There's the storm moving quickly in that direction, somewhere around 900 and, I would say, 60 millibars. But the wind all day long has been piling water up across parts of coastal Maine and coastal Massachusetts in some cases, very close to all-time record levels. For example, in Boston, the water rise here loading 4.7 feet or nearby, and that is just a few tenths of a foot below the record of 4.82 set back with the blizzard of 78. So very, very high water rises, storm surge, if you will, across parts of eastern Massachusetts and nearby areas in Maine. I'll get to that in a second. So the tide is now going out. So that should help a little bit, even though perhaps still we'll get that onshore flow for a couple more hours. But farther to the south, we're doing a ton of heavy snow there across parts of New Jersey and Long Island. And you can see that bands of snow have nearly set up shop, stationary almost, across this region, in some cases bringing snowfall rates nearly 2 inches per hour. If you can route my telestrator in, guys, that would help out a lot. Still, we have yet maybe 5 to 8 inches of snow across parts of eastern Long Island, maybe 3 to 5 in central Jersey. Can you route in there? That would be good. And there we go. This is what's going on in Boston, parts of eastern Massachusetts. Not going to forget our friends in Maine, because we have a lot of significant snow still coming in across this part of the Northeast. Some of these bands of snow, again, associated with the storm are bringing 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, and in some cases we're going to see well over 2 feet of snow across parts of Maine. But getting back to the water rises, look at some of these numbers across parts of Maine. Portland, Maine, again, within half a foot of their all-time water mark, 3.5 feet. So this is not only a windstorm, a blizzard, bring big snows. It is also bringing significant storm surge to the Northeast, and we'll have to be reckoned with for at least a few more hours. Let's time it out. and just show you that this is what we're going to be dealing with this afternoon. Snow should shut down in New York by 4 or 5 o'clock. Low pressure moves on about that direction. Still snowing hard, we think, in Boston by 5 or 6 o'clock. And then in Maine, southwestern Maine, should be over by about 9 or 10 o'clock. And then heading over for the rest of Maine by about 2 in the morning. If I can ask my producer to give me a sense of who I send it to now, that would be very helpful. Send it for where? All right.
I'm meteorologist Alex Wilson live here in Boston, Massachusetts. The city under a blizzard warning right now. I'm in the heart of the financial district, Atlantic Avenue right here behind me, covered in snow. That's the story today. Winter wonderland, but it's causing a lot of problems here in the city of Boston. Of course, along with the snow, we've been talking about the gusty winds. Winds right now gusting to around 40 miles per hour at Logan Boston Airport. And should mention, the airport is open. Most of the flights have been canceled. However, some of the international flights, Emirates, British Airways, those have been coming in today. But for all technical purposes, there is nothing domestic going in or out.